Baltimore City Department of Public Works. It is my pleasure to welcome you here today to celebrate an environmental accomplishment for the Baltimore region and this beautiful Headworks project. I had the opportunity to tour the site last week, and it is a very impressive project. I look forward to the benefits that are expected at the completion of this project. The Headworks project is anticipated to provide additional capacity for our treatment plant during wet weather seasons. As an outcome of this project, I'm excited to say that we anticipate a gradual reduction in our sewer overflows. In addition, I am thrilled to say that this project has been on time and on budget. And with that, I want to now introduce you to some of our distinguished guests. First, we have my mayor, Brandon Scott. We have Lieutenant Governor Boyd Rutherford. We have Senator Ben Cardin. We have Senator Chris Van Halen. We have a representative from Congressman Sarbanes, Representative Bridget Smith. We have our city administrator, Christopher Shorter. We have Baltimore County Executive Johnny Olszewski. We have Maryland Department of Environment Secretary Ben Grumbles. We have Waterfront Partnership Board member Michael Hankins. And we have all the workers here from the Department of Public Works, other city departments, and our contractors and workers that made this facility happen. Next, it's my pleasure to present to you for some remarks and introductions, Senator Ben Cardin.
Well, Jason, first let me congratulate you on this project. We're so pleased to be here. We were here during the groundbreaking, and we now can see the project reach its fruition. I just really want to make a couple comments about Team Maryland. To Mayor Scott, thank you for your leadership in Baltimore City. You have perhaps the most challenging job of any of us, and you've stepped forward with great leadership, including making sure the people of Baltimore get clean water and we deal with our environment. To County Exec Olszewski, thank you. This partnership between Baltimore City and Baltimore County was envisioned 110 years ago with Back River to get clean water to our entire community in both the city and in the county. Governor Rutherford, we thank you and the leadership at the state level for what you've done in partnership with Team Maryland in marshaling these grants from the Environmental Protection Agency at the federal level and making sure that it was allocated in the most efficient way for our state. I'm proud to be here with our federal delegation, Chris Van Hollen, who does an incredible job in the United States Senate on behalf of Team Maryland, the Chesapeake Bay, appropriation issues, and the list goes on and on and on. And to Congressman Sarbanes, with Bridget being here, we have a federal team that has made this a priority. Why? Because we are talking about clean water. We are talking about adaptation to the realities of severe weather. And so much of the backflow that flew into the environment, into our rivers and streams, jeopardizing clean water in our community, was challenged. And we met that challenge by investing in the backwater facility. Congratulations to that. I want to talk a little bit about the federal partnership because we are proud of the EPA grant that Maryland received in 2017. Governor, that started this off when we received over $300 million of federal funds to be invested in clean water in Maryland. A large part of that was put into this project. And then we used the WIFIA grant. I do that because there's great pride that the committee I served on developed the WIFIA program so that we could supplement the capital capacity of our water facility plants in this country to be able to do major projects, such as what was done here, to deal with the incredible runoff issues. And then in the Senate just recently passed the WRDA bill that will provide $35 billion to the water projects in our country. I mention that because it deals with resiliency, which is what this project is dealing with. It deals with environmental justice, removing lead from our pipes. All this are priorities for the people of Baltimore City and Baltimore County and our region. And I want to put a plug in for President Biden's Build Back Better. The American Rescue Plan, I know Mayor Scott was very happy to get that $670 million of funds. It's been put to good use. We're proud to be part of that. But we now have the American Jobs Plan. Why? Because it provides $110 billion nationwide for water infrastructure to remove 100% of the lead pipes in our community, to protect our children, to deal with PFAS, the aftermath of particularly on our military facilities. And I can tell you, as the chair of the subcommittee on Environment and Public Works Committee, these are going to be our high priorities. One last thing I want to mention that was included in the Senate bill that we passed on WRDA, dealing with affordability. Mayor Scott, I've been knocking on doors in Baltimore City and know how many people raise the issue of water affordability. We've got to deal with water affordability. The ratepayers can only pay a certain amount. And with this program, we're going to have a pilot program similar to what we do with LIHEAP with low-income families to assist them with their water bills. Team Maryland has made affordable, clean, safe water a priority for the people of Maryland. Great day to celebrate a clean environment. Thank you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce my colleague, my friend. Believe me, the two of us work together seamlessly for the people of Maryland, Senator Chris Van Hollen.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here. It's great to be here with my colleague, friend, and partner in the United States Senate, Ben Cardin, and he's been very modest about his role on the Environment and Public Works Committee, which is the committee in the Senate that authorizes the federal water and sewer programs and the infrastructure programs. So to Senator Cardin, thank you again for your leadership there, and to all the others, because as Senator Cardin says, it is a team. And I am going to take a moment to again thank the members of the team, because all of you are part of it in one way or another in moving us forward. So to Mayor Scott, it's good to be back with you here in Baltimore City. County Executive Olszewski, thank you for your leadership. To the Lieutenant Governor, thank you. And to Secretary of Environment here, Ben Grumbles, we're grateful for your leadership and the entire Maryland team, Michael Hankin and the partnership, and of course to the Director, Acting Director of DPW, and all the workers here, thank you. Because all of you who work at this great spot are the ones that make the water cleaner for the rest of this region. So thank you so much. As Senator Cardin said, it was 2 years ago that we were here to announce the federal WIFIA grant, $202 million in low-cost loans to help clean the water here at this important plant. And I was really pleased to see this project be on time and on budget, and that's a testament to the good management in this project. As Senator Cardin said, and all of you know, what this is about at the end of the day is a better quality of life for the people of Baltimore City and the Baltimore area, because all of us expect and want to make sure we have clean water, and we also want to make sure we don't have wastewater overflows in our communities. And that's what this is all about. It's making sure that the infrastructure here at Back River is 21st century infrastructure and not 20th or 19th century infrastructure. And it all is about making sure that the people of Baltimore have a good quality of life. And that does mean cleaner streams, a cleaner Inner Harbor, a cleaner Chesapeake Bay, and a better quality of life for everybody involved. And this does speak, as Senator Cardin said, to the importance of making these investments in our infrastructure. Part of that $670 million can go to additional strengthening of water and sewer. It could also go to building out broadband and high-speed internet. And at the federal level, right now, we're not only working to reauthorize the water and sewer legislation, but also, as you know, on the American Jobs Plan, to really bring our American infrastructure across the board into the 21st century, whether it's roads or bridges or transit or wastewater treatment or other waterworks, or whether it's the high-speed internet and clean energy. So we've got to make these investments. You have done that here, and I want to salute everybody involved for making this day possible. And now it's my honor to introduce to you somebody who's part of this team effort from the local level to the state level to the federal level, and that's our Lieutenant Governor Rutherford.
Thank you, Senator. And Director Mitchell, welcome to Maryland. It's a great way to kick off, I think it's your second week on the job? So week 2, he was talking about, coming from Northern California, the Bay Area. This is kind of Bay Area weather, a little breezy, a slight chill in the air. He was concerned about snow. I said, no, snow's not the problem, it's the humidity. So you just wait. That's what you'll get a chance to experience in our great state. Congratulations to everyone involved in this wonderful project. And I'm pleased to be joined by, a number of dignitaries, of course, the mayor and County Executive Oshesky, the 2 great senators, Cardin and Van Hollen, for this, ribbon cutting that has taken a lot of investment, as you just heard, from the federal government as well as the state to bring to fruition. And Senator Van Hollen mentioned, it's a quality of life issue that is being addressed here. And as Senator Cardin said, having clean water is a priority for all Marylanders, all Americans, to be quite frank about it. So the Back River Headworks Project and the various investments that have been made by the state and federal government will improve that quality of life and the ability to work and live and visit the Baltimore region. And it'll boost our economy as well as protecting the Bay and its tributaries. This project is one of the largest projects of its kind in the eastern United States, and will remove the hydraulic restrictions at the Back River wastewater treatment plant, which will assist the city in meeting state and federal Clean Water Act requirements. Lifting the restriction, the hydraulic restriction, contributes to, or at least addressing some of those sewer overflow challenges that happen 10 miles upstream from here. And it'll improve the quality of the water and quality of life for residents in the city. The state is working to eliminate those challenges, the backups, and has committed $368 million in water quality revolving loan fund dollars to the project. We estimate that this investment will eliminate up to 80% of the city's sewer overflows and reduce instances of basements of people's homes that sewage is being backed up and has been backed up into their properties. The state, including the Department of Environment, and it's good to see Secretary Grumbles here, has worked with our partners in Baltimore City and Baltimore County and at the federal level for this massive undertaking. And those efforts have included overseeing the construction process, expediting paperwork necessary to meet the aggressive timelines for completion, facilitating communications with the federal agencies, including the EPA, Environmental Protection Service, and the Department of Labor, and working with city officials to ensure that there's compliance with the modified consent decree. Now, we are truly excited about the progress being made here today to tackle pollution, flooding, and climate change. And we're working to provide additional jobs in the Baltimore region. So we look forward to additional investments in infrastructure that will provide significant benefits to the future of Maryland and to the United States. And so now it is my pleasure to introduce the Mayor of Baltimore, Brandon Scott.
Good afternoon, everybody. And thank you, Mr. Lieutenant Governor, for your kind introduction. Acting Director Mitchell, let me officially welcome you to Baltimore. I'm going to disagree with the Lieutenant Governor a little bit. You have to worry about the snow and the humidity. Both of them are going to be a problem. And we are excited to, yeah, we got to get the streets clean. We are excited to have you here. I also want to let you know that we want to see more of these great transformative projects come with DPW. We know they benefit not just our great city, but our partners in the region and, of course, our waterways. I also want to take a moment today to thank all of our partners for being here, our great senators who fight on behalf of Maryland and Baltimore City and the region each and every day. Senator Cardin and Senator Van Hollen, the Lieutenant Governor who we know we always see in Baltimore. I think this is the fourth or fifth time since I became mayor, Mr. Lieutenant Governor, that you and I have been together. We also have a great partner in him. My partner, I'm the point guard, he's the center. County Executive Olszewski, well, he will be when we play Prince George's in Montgomery County again, Mr. Council President. We also have been joined by Council President Mosby and Mike Henkin, who chairs, is on the Waterfront Partnership Board, but chairs the Healthy Harbor Initiative. Mike, we want to always thank you for helping us lead and thinking about how we can protect our harbor and make it swimmable once again. And, of course, Secretary Grumbles. I also want to thank our general contractors on this project, Clark Construction and Allman Schutte, and WSP, who helped with construction management, our engineer of record, JMT, Johnson, Merriman, and Turner, and also HDR, who helped with design. And before we go any further, I want to thank the most important folks and give a big, huge thanks to all of those DPW workers and contractors who worked on this massive project. Let's give them a round of applause. And we all know and can see how massive this project is. As you heard earlier, this project broke ground in 2017, and Headworks began operating in late 2020, and we expect construction is scheduled to be complete later this year. And this project is the result of approximately $430 million of investment. Again, that's $430 million of investment. And this project helps fulfill our city consent decree requirements to address, as we heard earlier, sewage overflows. That if you go into any neighborhood in Baltimore City, you are going to hear it. From northwest Baltimore to southwest Baltimore to east Baltimore to west Baltimore, you are going to hear about sewage overflows. Unfortunately for me, because my parents live in northwest Baltimore, I actually have to hear it from them from time to time again. And we know this is an issue that we have to address, and this project helps us to address this issue. But it does that by greatly eliminating the volume of sewage overflow in the city's aged and very aged, well-aged sanitary sewer system, and keeps the streams, the Inner Harbor, and Chesapeake Bay cleaner. To comply with the sanitary sewer consent decree, the city of Baltimore developed and adopted a comprehensive wet weather management plan with a primary focus of eliminating sanitary sewer overflows. As a part of that effort, the Back River Water Wastewater Treatment Plant Headworks Project, which we are celebrating today, was conceived, designed, construction, and has now achieved technical compliance. This increased capacity will handle these excess flows that typically come into the plant during the heavy rain events. And we know we are heading into heavy rain season. As a part of the Headworks project, New piping, new alignments, and brand new pumping stations that can handle 800 million gallons per day have been constructed. Additionally, two 18 million gallon wet weather equalization storage tanks have been installed. These tanks will be able to handle excess flows into the plant safely until flows reduce and can be routed through the normal treatment process. Construction is now nearly complete on this long-awaited project. The Back River Wastewater Treatment Plant operates, as we know, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And prior to today, Headworks was treating up to 180 million gallons of wastewater per day from Baltimore City and County. This new facility will now process 750 million gallons per day, which is a huge, huge improvement. The new Headworks is now processing 100% of Baltimore City and County influent flow, and an estimated 1.3 million residents in a 140 square mile area of Baltimore City and County are going to be served by this plant. Simply put, Headworks is a game changer for the Baltimore region. And now, and also want to recognize President Glenn Middleton from ASME, who's joined us today. And now I'd like to turn it over to my partner, someone that I've had the pleasure of working with for many years, but now as the other executive with Baltimore to his name, and my good friend, County Executive Johnny Olszewski Jr.
Thank you, Mayor Scott, and good afternoon to everyone. It's a pleasure to join you. Before I begin, I want to just recognize some of my partners in Baltimore County who've also joined us today. We have council members Julian Jones, Todd Crandall, delegates Carl Jackson, Sheila Ruth, and Bob Long, some of our community partners and our administrative officer, Stacy Rogers. You know, these things are best done in partnership, whether it is the most valuable resource we have, our workers and employees, those who constructed and who will operate this plant, or those who are fighting for us at the federal level. Thank you, Senator Van Hollen and Cardin, for your championing environmental infrastructure and the environment. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Rutherford and Secretary Grumbles, for your partnership. And of course, my friend, Mayor Scott, thank you. It's an honor to be with you today. We know that this Headworks project is going to make a significant impact for both our resident and our region's waterways, and I look forward to seeing the benefits of this investment. They don't always capture headlines, but they should, because it really is impactful and goes a long way to protecting our bay and creating a sustainable future. The bay and its waterways are truly a national treasure, and we are now doing all that we can to protect it and them. We know that our local waterways have been threatened for years by these sewer overflows, especially during heavy rains. And notably, our region saw back in 2019 record rainfall, contributing to more severe overflows and overflows than usual. And as we continue to see the impacts of climate change and increased rainfall, it's all the more critical that we're prepared to step up and ensure that our infrastructure is equipped to handle it. That's exactly what the Back River Headworks project is expected to do. One of the largest wastewater plant construction projects in the eastern United States. So I want folks to understand this is a big deal and a worthy investment for the entire Baltimore region, because this has benefits, not just for Baltimore County and Baltimore City, but for all of us who care about our environment. It's a testament to the benefit of regional partnerships to support all of our communities. And we know that across our region, our residents expect and deserve high-quality services from all local governments, and that includes our investment in infrastructure. I want to again thank you, Mayor Scott, for your team and for your partnership on this issue. I'm grateful for your efforts to support our residents and our waterways. We're proud to work with you, and we're grateful for your commitment and partnership as we continue modernizing and reforming our shared systems in the years ahead. I look forward to doing even more as a region to protect our environment and to support our residents. Thank you all for your part in making this day possible. And with that, I'm pleased to introduce Michael Hankin, who individually and as an organization plays a critical role in supporting this work. Thank you all.
Thank you. Boy, it's exciting to be here. This is a big deal, as the county executive said. And I was just thinking back, it was about 11 years ago where a bunch of us sat around the room and said, what would it take to make the harbor swimmable and fishable? And we engaged in a very scientific study. We turned over a piece of paper and everybody wrote down the year that they thought it would be. And then we averaged them and we said, how about 2020? So to take it up a level, I said, look, if we can do it, I'll swim across the harbor. There are a lot of people who thought I was crazy then. There are probably more people today. I'm not looking at Secretary Grumbles right now. But it really, we're going to do it. And COVID has slowed us down a little bit. But it really was not so much about swimming across the harbor, but it was about sending a message that, hey, we need to work a little harder, work a little faster, up our game a bit, and get some things done that really needed to happen. And we talked about the harbor, but this is really about every citizen in this region, every neighborhood. In every neighborhood, there's a backyard stream. They happen to come into the harbor, come into the Chesapeake Bay, but that's sort of those streams are a good measure of the health of this area, and this project is huge. I'll tell you, it would not have happened without tremendous cooperation at the federal, state, city, county level, and it's really, it's such a good feeling to be up here with the senators, with the lieutenant governor, with the county executive, and our new mayor. And the only other thing I'd like to say is I'd like to welcome not just the acting director, but some other people that the mayor has brought to this area. You're recruiting and putting in a great team, and that says a lot about you, so thank you. So this is a great day for this region. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. And I just, before we conclude the program, just want to say a huge thank you for our federal, our state, our county, our city partners, all of our workers, our engineering crew, the construction team. Let's give them all a big. So this brings us to the end of our celebration and our program, and we'll take a quick walk to our ribbon cutting. After ribbon cutting, we will do a social distance tour of our new Headworks Project, and you will be able to see it up close and personal. Please remember, as you take a tour, that we would need to wear your PPEs. You see some over here. Make sure you have your hard hat, your vest, and your mask as you come through the tour. So again, thank you, and we look forward, and we'll be heading right over to the ribbon cutting ceremony. Again, thank you, everybody.